Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to week 3 here in the SNHU 107 learning community. I am Melanie Shop, your SNHU 107 learning community gal, and today we are going to talk all about week 3 and module 3, focusing in on your why for being here at SNHU, your why for going after this degree, and how using resources both inside and outside the classroom can support your success. As always, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. Couple of reminders. As always, the SNHU 107 learning community in SNHU Connect is an academic space, and so is your classroom. So always be mindful of your conduct. These webinars are not mandatory, they're not graded, there are not any extra credit points awarded, but hopefully you will learn something that'll help you support your success from week to week, and you have a little bit of fun. As we think about this week here in week 3, module 3, gosh, y'all, it went so fast. Like, how are we in week 3 already? I feel like the term is just flying by. But I wanted to remind you to always be sure that you are reading those course announcements and checking your university SNHU email. Your faculty every week post helpful reminders about the assignments, the concepts, tips, and tricks for your success in those course announcements. And many of them also email out things too. So always be checking your university email. But that is also how the university resources, like your advisors, the help desk, other departments will communicate with you. So always be checking that SNHU email. Also, if you have stuck, if you have questions, if you've maybe fallen behind, or you have something coming up and you want to see if you can work a little bit ahead, this is the time to communicate with your faculty. Email them, call them, text them, however your faculty member best communicates. You can find that information and all their contact information underneath my instructor announcement in your Brightspace course. Reach out to them ASAP. Don't hesitate. We want you to be successful in your class. We want you to do well in your courses. So please reach out to us if you have any questions. So here in week 3, we're going to talk a lot about resources for your success and support people, places, things that you can lean on to really help you achieve your dreams. But one of the biggest things that we want to talk about too here this week is, what is your why? I want you to think back for a minute, like, why did you apply to SNHU? Why did you start this process? Why are you here in classes? You know, for some of you, it might be that you want to showcase hard work, set example for your loved ones, maybe be the first in your family to earn a college degree. Others, it might be that you want to change your lifestyle. You want to buy things that you dream of. Some of you, it might be you're just here to learn. You've always been passionate about a degree in, let's say, history or psychology, and you are here to get that degree. Some of you might need a degree now for work, and so you're here getting that degree. Some of you are just here to follow your passion. For some of you, it might be because this is for you, and your college degree is something that nobody can take away from you. So no matter what your why is, maybe it's a combination of all of these things or most of these things, we just want you to know that here at SNHU, we're so happy to be alongside you as you walk this academic journey. And as things get more rigorous in your classroom, or maybe more difficult, or balancing all of the competing priorities might feel a little overwhelming, we want you to always remember to take a step back, take a deep breath, and always remember your why, because that can really continue to push you towards that finish line. Here this week in week 3, module 3, you are going to be, like I mentioned, talking a lot about resources inside and outside the classroom. And I wanted to clarify for you what an SNHU resource is. An SNHU resource, those are the people, places, things here at SNHU. So anything university related. So that is like your instructors, your advisors, the career center, the academic support team where they have like the writing services team, they have tutors, we have the learning communities in SNHU Connect. We have the library, we have the help desk, you have your classmates in your classes. Those are all people, places, things that are SNHU University related. So as you work on assignments this week, and it talks about university resources or SNHU resources that you're going to utilize for your success in achieving your goals and dreams, make sure you understand that if it asks SNHU resources, that's everything university related. I like to give this just quick graphic. It doesn't have all the departments and all the people, places, and things, but it gives you a great start. And then we have outside the classroom. These are those personal, those social supports. These, again, are people, places, things outside of SNHU. So like our loved ones, maybe our significant other, our parents, children, friends, coworkers, extended family. This can be faith-based organizations, community organizations, pets, and you. All things outside the university. So as you work on your assignments this week, you're going to have to specifically name some SNHU resources and some social supports that are outside of the classroom that you will really lean on for support or work with to help you achieve your goals and dreams. So I wanted to make sure that I pointed out those differences because they can be kind of easy to confuse from time to time. So what do we have on deck this week? As always, make sure that you review that Module 3 introduction. That is where you click on course menu, click on learning modules, and then click on Module 3. Make sure that you are scrolling through all of the content on those module overviews and clicking through. Don't miss something. Sometimes we click really quickly. We might miss a whole page of content or text that had really important information on it. So make sure that you are reviewing that. Also, review all the videos, readings, web pages, and resources that are in that required resources section. Always look through all those pieces because it's really important. It gives you what text, what chapter in your textbook you're reading. It might link to some helpful web articles or blogs or journals. There might be some quick videos for you to watch, really just to help you drive those concepts home. So don't miss those. Here in week 3, you all have a warm-up. This warm-up here in Module 3 focuses on resources, motivation, and supports. As always, make sure you review your classroom content, the required reading, any videos before you take those warm-ups. As always, those are auto-graded and you have multiple attempts. So you will see a grade as soon as you submit it. If you want to redo it to add more points, you can always go back in the very same way that you took it the first time. Okay? And then you have another journal assignment this week. Remember, y'all, you do have a template for the journal assignments that you can open up using Microsoft Word. If you do not have Microsoft Word, get with the SNHU Help Desk. You can actually go right into your Brightspace Classroom. At the top, click on Online Student Services. Scroll down through those SNHU resources. And when you do that, you will see Office 365 and other software. Click on it, follow the steps, and you can get that downloaded to your laptop or whatever you might be using for your success. It'll help you with those templates because those templates are in a Word document. You can open them right up, you can type right in them, you can save them, and you can submit them, okay? So as a reminder, there is not a discussion this week. Your assignments are due by Sunday. Of course, if you want to submit them earlier to turn them in, you can very much so do that. But I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about what is on deck for this week. I also wanted to talk a little bit about utilizing your support inside and outside the classroom and how this can support your success. Because I will tell you that for so many of you, actually, I'll just ask you, who's a little afraid to reach out and ask for help? Anybody? Who thinks that you might be a bother to somebody? You don't want to interrupt somebody's time. You don't want to seem like you're less than smart or ask a silly question. Anybody ever feel like that? Well, I want to tell you to take a big old deep breath and get that out of your mind. Okay, because here at the university, we want you to reach out and ask those questions, no matter how big or how small. And I guarantee you, you're not going to be the only person that has ever reached out and asked that question or how did that situation happen. So I like to ask students, like, can you read minds? Because I'm going to tell you that as you work through these next few weeks, your faculty can see if you're starting to struggle. They can see you're starting to struggle because either A, you're not turning in your work like you were before, or B, maybe you're struggling on some areas of some of the assignments. Maybe you're not getting back to them when they reach out to try to support your success, We can see you and we try our best to reach out and support your success. But y'all have to reach out and connect back to your faculty and connect with your advisors and connect with the university resources and connect with your support people outside of the university for your success. So if you don't like to ask for help, let's change it up and say we're asking for assistance and push that easy button to help you support your success. As a reminder, for your university resources, you have so many ways to access them. When you log into SNHU, you can access them via My SNHU. You can access them from Brightspace right at the top of the page, right when you log in all your classrooms. You can click on Online Student Services. The whole list is right there. There are so many ways to reach these resources. All of them have phone numbers. You can pick up the good old-fashioned phone and call them. There's ways to email them. Faculty and other staff members that you work with, depending if you work with tutors, things like that, may have text messaging options. And then so many departments do webinars. So y'all know that here in the SNHU 107 learning community, I do webinars, but our academic support team does webinars. Our career team does webinars, like the library does different sessions. There's just so much at your fingertips once you explore it and just really try to connect for your success. So a couple tips I wanted to run through with you just real quick is some situations you might find yourself in. Maybe not this term, but maybe down the line. And I want you to remember these. We want you to push that help button and reach out for your success, okay? For example, ask early. Y'all know that you have that final project coming up in week 7, right? So if you've looked at it and you have questions or you're a little nervous about it, don't wait until the week of week 7 to ask about it. Ask now, okay? Yes, you're going to have announcements that are going to cover it. Yes, you're going to have a whole webinar dedicated to it. However, if you have questions now, ask early. If you know that you maybe have a life event happening, like you're getting married, you're going to be out of town, maybe you have a baby coming, and you want to see if you can kind of work a little bit ahead or how you're going to handle that if you're going to be out for a few days, ask now. Reach out and talk to your advisor and your instructor now, because the sooner we can make a plan and the sooner you get your questions answered, the more confident and supported you're going to feel. Like, why waste your time and energy worrying? This one's a favorite. Ask when you don't understand. This applies both inside and outside the classroom, especially new to the university. You're maybe, back in the groove, or the first time ever writing academically, or maybe you're not sure what the faculty member is really asking or what they mean by something when they give you graded feedback, or maybe it's something at home or work. If you don't understand, if the instructions aren't clear to you, or you're not sure of something, ask, because we would rather have you ask so we can get those questions answered and you can do the best on that assignment that you possibly can, versus you turning something in that you're not comfortable with or that you struggle on, and then you see a grade that's not so stellar, and then it just tanks your whole spirit. Don't let that happen. If it does happen, reach out and see if you can redo something. Okay? They can always say no. It's always worth the option. Ask when there's a situation. This again is things like life events. We lose a loved one, we get sick, somebody in our household gets sick, baby comes early, baby comes late, maybe we have work hours change, or we had to go to travel out of town for work, or maybe there was natural disasters. There's hurricane, there's fires, there's flooding, big snowstorms, or or something too. They knock out Wi-Fi. I've had students and myself that have cell phones have broken, laptops have broken, tablets have broken, usually by small children. But I've been there. So things happen. And I'm telling you that your faculty are human too. And we all have lives and things going on. So there's a situation that has come up. Let us know so we can best support your success and keep you on track or get you back on track. Okay. This is another favorite. Ask when you are frustrated. Who has ever put together furniture from IKEA, or maybe a child's toy? Y'all, that tests your patience, right? Who writes those instructions? I'm not really sure. But I will tell you, when we're frustrated, we've tried something a million times and it's not working right, or we don't understand, we lose our patience and our cool real fast, right? So if you're frustrated on something, you're stuck on something, take a minute, take a deep breath, and reach out and ask for your success. Because I guarantee you, when you're frustrated and you take a minute to frame your question appropriately so you can get the answer that you're seeking, we'll never forget how to do that again, because we were so worked up about it. All right. But don't get worked up about it. Don't get to that point. We want you to be successful. And what I like to remind our students of is like, you don't have to do this alone. You have so much support here from the university and those SNHU resources. Plus, you have your social supports outside the classroom. So remember to reach out and connect for your success. And I always love to share this quote by Liz Lamore. Sometimes asking for help is the bravest move you can make. You don't have to go it alone. Okay. You're not doing this by yourself. You got a lot of support here at the university for your success. And we are so excited for you. Y'all go knock week 3 out of the park. Have a wonderful week 3, and I'll see you next week for week 4. You got this, y'all. Have a great week 3.